Hi everyone, welcome back to another continuing education check-in. Today is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to share some tea, but we're doing two segments today. On our last episode, Sania was saying that I wouldn't be able to, or most guys wouldn't be able to recognize if a girl has makeup on or not. And I'm going to put one on for the guys out there and show that I'm going to be able to tell if a girl's wearing makeup. And then today's main topic is who should make the first move when it comes to starting a relationship and getting dates going. And then our end segment, we're bringing back forensic analysis. And so we'll be reviewing different situations and telling you how toxic people are being in those situations. So let's get started. Sania, over the weekend, I noticed that you went to the bungalow. And
I knew this was coming.
Okay, I'm glad you knew this was coming. But just to give everyone some context, Sania has been telling everyone at or all our friends at she really wants to go to this restaurant. It's called the Bungalow. It's a little far from a little hard to get to, but it's super aesthetic, a little bougie. Really nice date spot. So if you're in the Bay Area, take notes. But over the weekend, I saw Sania went there already. I thought we were going to go with our friends. But tell me a little about it. There was someone there with you.
I knew this was going to come up, first of all.
Yeah.
I was really going to be like, I don't really have any tea to share because it's not really tea quality yet. But like we talked about on this podcast, I was following Ethan's advice. And I was just until I'm locked down, I feel like I am allowed to, and I should, go on dates and give people chances. And we actually did talk about this guy on our podcast. You just didn't know it was him.
Oh.
He was the serial dater.
Oh.
Or I guess, he just continuously, keeps dating people, but he won't make anybody their girlfriend.
Okay.
And so he's never been in a relationship. I know that was another thing we discussed on this podcast. Is that good or bad? And I think I was very it's good. I can teach him my ways. But living it now, I'm just no. It's better that you come with some experience.
Did you change your mind when you were on this date with him?
Not just because we hang out. So we are friends. We're in the same friend group. And I think that's where this date came from. Because we see each other all the time. We'll go out together. And we have a bunch of mutual friends. So, I knew just, his mannerisms and the way he behaves. I was kind of, actively changing my mind. But it wasn't until I was in that position that I was you don't know you're supposed to open the door for me? Little stuff like that. That it's, it would have been nice if somebody had taught him. So I didn't have to start the work from ground up. But, it was a very cute dinner date. Like you said, I was talking about it with my but I feel like I talk about the same stuff everywhere and my friends with everyone. And I was always I really, really, really want to go to this restaurant. And I'd been doing a lot of nice stuff for this one particular guy and all his house, just because I've been in a very baking mood. So I don't know where it came from, but I just really like to bake. So whatever I'm baking, I don't know if it's for that.
You bake for all your guy friends?
I actually do. Okay. I think if I'm in a baking mood, I don't think it needs to be because I live alone. I'm used to baking for my whole family. But now if I bake, I don't want to eat the whole tray of cookies by myself. So it's nice to have somebody to share them with.
Guys, I've never gotten any baked goods from Sania. That's cap.
I always say I'm going to cook for Ethan, but I haven't done it yet. But I will.
When have you ever said that?
I have said it. I've said it to... I have said it. I swear.
Okay.
It's coming.
This is also to warm us up a little bit for this episode, but how did that date happen? Who made the first move and how did it get set up?
So I like to live in Delululand, and I believe that nobody is my boyfriend until I've officially been asked any type of question. And I also agree with Ethan. Instead of being sad over one boy, I think it's nice to just a good way to move on is by talking to another boy or multiple other boys. I feel like any girl out there is lying if she's single and she says she's talking to only one person. I don't want to add Houston. I know. I was just going to say I don't want to add Houston, but honestly, I just don't think that. I think unless somebody is your girlfriend, I don't think that is possible. Anyway, so he was just one of the people that, I knew there was interest and and it was sort of I saw it coming, it was slowly building. And then, yeah, he did like a big gesture and like we went to a farmhouse. And I feel like I'm starting to see a different part of his personality, which I really like. Because before he was just like, you know, that friend that always gets really drunk on the weekends. But now, like, I'm starting to see his character develop. I don't know what it means for me yet. I am still a little bit sad over email cheater.
Yeah.
I thought I could not use this one to get over that one, but yeah, my mind still sometimes goes back to that.
Yeah.
So I think we're just seeing where it's going. He did make the first move. He did, you know, because like I said, we were hanging out all the time, but he did say like, oh, like, let me take you out for dinner.
Mm-hmm. But you chose the place.
It was all a surprise to me, actually.
Oh.
Because I talked to him about the place before,
Okay.
and I guess he remembered. But he just told me, he's like, oh, like, just be ready at, like, so-and-so time. And I was like, sure, like... And then we were just driving forever, and I was like, where are we going? And then we ended up there.
Nice. Serial dater, props to you. You're taking notes. Guys who are watching this, make sure that you're also taking notes if a girl that you're into tells you about a place she wants to try or a flower that she likes, or...
I think that makes it way more meaningful than, like, just going somewhere random.
Yeah.
Like, I have a way better memory from it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan, but I want to know about your tea, because I felt like I don't think we got a follow-up after the Valentine's Day date.
No, we didn't.
And I'd like to hear. I've been like sitting at the edge of my seat waiting to hear about that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's a date on Valentine's Day that's very serious in my opinion, like I was saying before.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I don't know if Houston would agree, but I think I blew it. But let me explain. So last episode, Sania gave me some tips because I was like, okay, this is the first time we're calling it a date. Mm-hmm. It's still a FaceTime call. Mm-hmm. So how do I make it more date-like? And so Sania's like, you have a friend who will write cards and then show the cards on camera. And then you're saying that I can like buy a flower.
Yeah.
But I kid you not. So Valentine's Day was on a Wednesday. Uh-huh. And that day I had to be on site for work. Oh. And so I was in Delulu land. I thought I could make it home in time. I thought I could get dinner ready and we could have dinner together over FaceTime. Yeah. But it didn't work out that way. So what happened was I was taking two of her home, where I was taking them to the train station. And I was like, you know, their trip is so far from the train station. Right. Let me take them to a train station that's way closer to where they live. Okay. But some idiot decided to crash their car on the highway on Valentine's Day. And so there was so much traffic getting to the farther train station. Oh, man. If I just dropped them off at the regular one, they would have gotten home at the same time. And I would have been like on totally time. Ready for the day. Oh, man. So what happened was like maybe 10 minutes before the date, I had to text her. I'm like, I'm running 10 minutes late. I'm so sorry. And then I dropped our coworkers off. And then I hopped on the call. But I'm in the car. And at this time...
what does she look like? What is she wearing? Tell us.
She looked really good. So she...
Like, did she look different than the regular FaceTimes? Like, could you tell there was a difference because this was a date?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
So she was wearing a cream turtleneck sweater, knitted sweater. And she... like, her hair was tied back, but it was nice. And then... she was wearing makeup. I can tell.
We'll see.
Like she
different than usual.
Nice. Yeah, like very put together. Oh, man. Yeah, because usually she's a little more relaxed when we're doing our call, and then I could tell that she put in effort. And so I Venmo'd her some money so she could order herself some dinner. Aww. And she usually goes to sleep pretty early. And so when we had our call, it was 8:30 her time, and she had her dinner ready, like for the call. Right. And so she was like, she understood the assignment. I didn't. Yeah. So
you understood. You were just being nice.
I was in the car for the first half of the call. I'm like racing home as fast as I can on the highway, and then I'm like running into the house. It's raining that day. And then I'm like, I'm so sorry. I put the phone down and I'm changing in my room while we're on the call.
At least you changed. That's effort.
And so I like put on a nicer shirt and we have our call. And I wanted to have dinner with her.
Yeah.
I had no food at home. She was eating her bowl of pho. And I was just...
And I don't know. I don't like to eat. It makes me uncomfortable if the other person's not eating. Damn.
Yeah. So there was no card. There was no flowers. I had no food. And I felt really bad. To be honest, I don't think she minded.
Did you explain the whole situation to her?
Yeah.
Okay, otherwise I was going to make like a request to Houston if she ever sees this to please give Ethan a chance because you didn't really mess up. You were being a good person.
I was trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whoever had that crash on the 280, I hate you to death, man.
I hope you're okay, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you're alive, I'm happy about that, but I'm mad at you for crashing your car.
So is there going to be another date with Houston?
There has already been another date.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, okay, we haven't called it a date, but...
Okay, you did have another call.
We had another call.
And things are okay?
Yeah, I think so.
So you didn't blow it.
You know, this is going to definitely
I do think you should do a makeup date. I will put that out there.
Okay.
I think she deserves you to eat while she's eating. Maybe like send her a little extra for dessert too. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. We can do that. I think this is going to be another episode, but I think when it comes to Houston, she's very serious about this whole thing. She's not... Like, I know exactly what she's looking for. She's being very intentional. She's making her feelings very clear. But that doesn't happen a lot in our area. Like, when you're dating
at
in
our
your 20s, at our age, but then also in our area, people are very guarded.
Yeah.
And she's not like that.
Okay,
and so,
I like that.
Like, if I really did mess up, she would let me know.
I like that you're sharing this, Ethan, because I think a lot of times people our age are also not very good communicators. So I think it's good that you're letting us know that it's good to like be intentional and share what you actually want and like let yourself be vulnerable and to let your guard down.
Yeah. And
it doesn't scare the right person away is what we're learning.
Right. And like for me, I needed to take responsibility for my actions, even though objectively it's not really my fault. It is, because I could have still planned around it. I could have been more mindful of my time. And so
I like it.
So I communicated that.
Wow, very good. Very mature.
Thank you.
I hope maybe this is the podcast doing its healing.
Everyone's learning.
Yeah.
Look at Serial Dater. Okay. So we're going to get into our intro segment. This is going to be a lot of fun.
I think Ethan's going to lose.
So Sania has sent me 10 pictures of different girls.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swipe through each picture and I'm going to say for each one if they're wearing makeup or not. And then Sania's going to let me know.
And it's going to be like a quick like yes or no. I don't want you to like think about it too much. Just like an initial blind react. You know, I don't want to be into the specifics of, but her eyebrows look done, but like the rest of the just, do you think there's makeup or not? And I think just so that it's easy, we can make some rules so that you're not crying when you lose.
Yo, chill.
And the rules are, sorry, we're fighting over this today.
Yes, there's only one. This is the prize.
So the rule is, I'm talking, when I'm saying makeup, I mean, you know, like if she's brushed up her eyebrows and stuff like that, I'm not counting that. I'm only going to say it's makeup if it's like a considerable amount of makeup. So if it's, I'm going to say just so that the girls watching know, or guys, if you're into makeup, if it's more than like 3 to 5 products on the face, I'm going to say that that's makeup.
And if it's less than 3 to 5, let's say 5.
Yeah. If
that's no makeup?
If you call it no makeup, it's okay. I will grant it to you. Because some stuff is very, very, very hard to tell. Like some, like girls will brush their brows up with like clear gel. You can't see clear gel.
Okay, so.
So I'm making it easier for you.
I appreciate that. I'm still gonna have
need it? You don't need the safety net? We can get rid of it.
No, I need the safety net because you want me to do this quick.
Yeah.
So okay. I think I understand the assignment.
All right. I want to take a guess at how many you can get, but I feel like that's gonna lead you a certain direction, so I'm just gonna let you do it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. Guys, this one's for you. If I fail you, this one's not for you.
I'm actually pretty parched, so I'm getting excited to drink this and also be right.
All right. So this is the first one. Okay, so I can tell she's curled her lashes. Her face is shiny. I'm gonna say makeup.
All right, you got that one?
Okay, let's go. Okay, so there's two girls here. What am I supposed to do?
In general, overall. Let's say overall.
In general, makeup for sure. I see the blush. I see the lashes, the lips.
All right.
Makeup for sure.
You're right.
I got you guys. Oh, Zendaya. Easy makeup. I've seen Zendaya without makeup.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
So Zendaya's wearing makeup in this
right
one.
Too.
I mean, she looks good no matter what, but definitely makeup.
Zendaya stands over here.
Yeah. Okay. I see some blush going on. Her lashes also. I don't know what it's called, like when it's like really shiny.
It could just be really hydrated skin.
This is also makeup.
This one is actually not makeup by like the definition of makeup terms.
Okay.
So like the shininess is just moisturizer.
Okay.
Your eyelashes, some people genuinely have just really curled up eyelashes.
Really?
You know how hers don't look very like, they don't like look out of place on her face. So that's
Yeah.
just like how she is.
Yeah.
And then the redness of the cheeks, like this could have been taken after a workout. This could have been anything.
Bro, if you look like that after a workout.
I have seen people look like that after workouts.
No. That they like put a filter on or something. No one looks like that after a workout. That's like maybe
It's like
that's a workout if you walk around the block or something.
Or you know, people's faces get flushed, like when
Okay.
they're blushing after a workout, if they're too hot, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm seeing this as like, you know, sweaty, blushing, whatever, but not makeup on the skin because you can still see all of her skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
I
keep
can tell. So she's definitely have some products on, but
Yes,
it's not makeup.
it's not makeup. Like her
right?
brows are
Yeah.
definitely brushed up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you've been doing really good. Okay, let's keep going.
All right.
I don't think you've gotten any wrong yet.
Okay. This one, definitely makeup. I see it in her cheeks, her face, or her skin is glowing. Beautiful skin, by the way.
Yeah.
Great melanin. But I think it's the cheeks that give it
Give
away.
it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she did have very little makeup, but you're right. It's the cheeks. The brows are a little bit filled in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a good catch, Ethan.
Great picture.
Man, I think we might actually not be able to drink this juice pack.
You know, it's because everyone is wearing makeup. All right, next picture. Okay, this one's a little tough. It's a little darker, so it's a little harder for me to see.
That was not intentional.
This one is tough. Definitely on the edge. If anything, it's a more natural. She has a more natural look. I'm gonna go no makeup. I'm betting that's under 3 to 5 products.
This is makeup. This is a cover. I think it's a Vogue India cover. So this is, in fact, foundation, brows, like the whole eyeshadow, like it's a cover photo.
That's crazy. You know, the lighting really killed it because
The other one's all bright lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And so, okay.
Okay,
I'll take the L on
but you've
that.
been doing really good. I'm very shocked. All the little stuff that you've been noticing. So
And I've been trying to go fast too. I'm
did you
trying
study
not to
this
like
weekend?
linger. Houston's been coaching me, guys. Okay, next one. Is this Barbara Palvin?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is not.
She looks like her. Okay, this one is also tough, but I can see based on her eyelids and her lips.
Eyelids. Her lips look pretty natural to me.
Yeah, but definitely her eyelids. You can see pink. So I'm going
Okay.
makeup for sure.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Also the white in the waterline.
Oh yes, I see it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's also the blush and like, but yeah, good job.
Yeah.
That one is a really hard one.
Oh yeah, but you can't hide from me.
Yeah, the pink I think, yeah.
Okay, this one is also a little tough.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? This is our girl
won't-
Alicia Keys.
Oh, and Alicia has been known to like not wear makeup. Like she had a whole phase where she
Damn,
went
maybe I shouldn't have told
without
you
makeup.
who it was.
I actually didn't recognize
But this
Alicia.
is her
I'm
on
sorry.
like the day of Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think. At least that's what I Googled when I was looking up the pictures.
yeah. It like for me, it's the lashes and the cheeks again. I'm going makeup.
Okay, so hers is actually no makeup. I will give you that the lashes are there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess this is where it starts to get really tricky because girl, like she has a whole line, like you said, of no makeup stuff. I don't know. I feel like I could give you this one also because she makes like skincare products, but the skincare is makeup tinted and stuff. So this one's like, this one's even confusing me, but I guess sure, you're right. The lashes and the cheeks are very evident.
Yeah, I'll take a 0.5 on that.
Okay.
That's okay.
Ethan's like, I'm still winning comfortably, so it doesn't matter.
Alicia, you look great. And I do respect your stand against makeup. Okay, I accidentally zoomed in. Okay. This is Kim K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
This one's tough also because I know Kim K, like she's really big on makeup, but then sometimes she hides it well. I need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, and then I will say the quality of this picture is pretty potato. Like from 0 to potato, it's potato.
Oh man.
Damn, this is kind of tough. Okay, I think there's like definitely some serious foundation going on. I see in her lips. This is also tough for me, but I'm going makeup.
This is no makeup at all.
Oh my god.
You know how you can tell?
How?
Because remember that shiny stuff that you liked in the other photo?
Yeah.
See how it's like right in the middle of her forehead?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look attractive? Like nobody would put highlighter right there. So this is just her natural skin, washed face. The reason the quality is bad is it's a live like video.
Oh.
So it's like a screenshot of a video.
I feel like I've seen her skin though, naturally, and it's a little splotchy. Like
I feel like
splotchy.
everyone can have good skin days and bad skin days.
Okay.
So this
That's
one
what
is
threw me
0.
off.
And she, I don't know, I'm surprised you didn't point out the lashes. She's known for having like insanely, amazingly long, perfectly curled, thick lashes.
Right. And
that look like they're fake, but they're real.
I am familiar with that, but then I thought you were using that to throw me off. Because like maybe it was everything else except the lashes.
Yeah.
But okay, good job. Good job with that one. That one was tough. Okay, and then I think we're up to the last one now.
Yeah, the last one's
10.
me. So this one I know the rest of them I was speculating the correct answers based on my knowledge, which I assume is more than yours. But the last one's me, so I know the answer.
Okay. Okay, this one.
Sorry, again, bad lighting, he's going to say.
This one's tough. So I've seen Sania in many different situations. No wait, not like that. But sometimes you're wearing a full face of makeup. Sometimes you're not, and so I've seen both sides. This one is also tough because there's like shadows on your face from like the light coming through the window. So I know you're trying to like give me a hard time. Lashes are done. This is makeup.
This is 0 makeup.
No, this is not 0 makeup. This is cap.
You know why? Because you can look at how my eyebrows are all brushed down. If I'm ever doing makeup, my eyebrows will be brushed up. That is step 0. This is, I was just having like a good skin day. My mom was making me eat my vitamins. Like my lashes are done. That is very good. And I took the picture honestly because I had just gotten my lashes done and I wanted to see like how they looked. But there's nothing on that face. Not lips, like nothing. I was just...
I can see that.
Taking care of myself, but yeah.
What did you put on your skin?
Brows.
I need that.
My skin's reacting really badly right now because of all those sweets I've been making.
Oh.
But I'll let you know when my skin's back up to its A game.
Okay.
I can give you the secrets.
Okay. Well, actually, maybe you'll give all of us our secrets. That's another segment where we can recommend.
So I hate to say this, but... Ethan knows way too much about makeup. I want to say not every guy would, but I think with how popular makeup is becoming and like such a, basic topic of discussion, I think I have to cut men in general some slack and say that they actually do know what they're talking about. They can tell even when it looks like it's not makeup, they can tell. Can you tell me what you were looking for? Like I think you sort of mentioned it for Kim K's picture that you were sort of looking for the splotches on the skin or like, imperfections. But it is true that some people truly have perfect skin.
Yeah.
Good skin days.
Before I get into that, I just want to say, most guys wouldn't know. It's just me.
Oh.
I'm built different. And so...
So you're saying you're not an accurate representation for the whole population?
I don't think so.
maybe we bring back this segment and we do it again with another guest.
Yeah, we should.
Just to see, just to poll the audience and see what people know, and it could be like a learning experience for you guys. Not that it should matter to you if a girl's wearing makeup or not.
Yeah.
But I think just for you yourself to know, just to learn.
Yeah, I think one of the big takeaways for this is guys always say, not always, but a lot of guys say that they prefer a girl with no makeup.
Right.
And that's not exactly what they mean, right?
True.
They just mean like a natural look.
And I think that's kind of what started this whole topic of conversation. And that's how we sort of got here. I'll do better at finding some other good examples with good lighting. And hopefully we can trick you.
Yeah.
Or whoever we quiz next.
Yeah. So I will say, like, what I was looking for was the skin, because natural skin just has some imperfections.
Right.
And so, but if you're moisturizing your skin and if you're in the right lighting,
Eat
it's
your
hard to tell.
retinols, guys. Carrots are your best friend.
Yeah. And then I was like looking for a little bit of blush, just to like, a lot of times just...
But that one I will say, Ethan, I'm pretty, I have a lot of melanin in me.
Yeah.
But after a workout, my face is visibly like, especially if I ran or something, like I get very rosy cheeks. But to the point that other people notice it.
But doesn't that happen to other parts of your face too? Or is it just your cheeks?
It's in this like area right here. Or if I've just been sunburned.
Right.
Like maybe, yeah. Because that's also just in like this area of your face.
So I'm also looking at the areas of the cheeks.
Okay.
So when girls apply blush, it's usually just like around the cheekbones.
Put it on my nose too, but...
Okay. But I don't think it's like here, right?
No, not here.
Yeah.
On the top.
So
like the point of blush, Ethan, is to give you that little like sun-kissed look a little bit, you know? Yeah.
Okay. And then I think another big giveaway are the lips.
Okay, that's fair.
And so I'm trying to see if like there's extra color to it, if it's extra glossy, if it looks more filled.
Smart guy.
I will say, well, I'm not going to say, but someone may or may not have cooked here, but...
All right.
Okay.
I will give you your prize.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to crack this open right now. And we're going to jump right into our episode. So we're talking about who should make the first move. And I think when it comes to gender roles and dating, everything's super convoluted nowadays.
Yeah.
And so I want to start off by asking you, Sania, if you've ever made the first move. And I just want to preface this by saying, I think you mentioned it was episode 2. And I remember it because I edit the videos. But you mentioned how in the past, usually the guy will make the first move, but you've grown open to the option of you making the first move, because then you can kind of choose. You can pick and choose.
And I think that's like, I feel like there's like a Taylor Swift song about this. Right now my mind is blanking, but I'll let you know what it is, Ethan. Maybe we can...
Drop it in the comments if you know.
Oh, you definitely know. But they say that girls are like, we're planners. So I would, because obviously I don't want to be stuck with somebody just because you're choosing me. I don't want to like, you know, let's say if I'm waiting for a guy to come up to me, my only options will be the 3 guys that come up to me. But I have no say in who wants to come up to me, right? So as a girl, I guess a first move, or I guess we could call this move 0 that we do, is we'll set the stage. I will be in a position, I will make myself available, I will show you interest, I'll do whatever it takes so that you can feel in a position that you can ask me out.
Yeah.
And I also do want to say about, I don't know, sorry, first I guess I should say, do you have anything to say about this? Have you ever noticed that a girl is like paving the way for you to make that first move? Because I do think it has to be the guy making the first move. And okay.
Damn.
In my past, wait. I think it really dictates how the relationship is going to go. Because in the past, I think I was in undergrad, this was my first relationship ever. And I met this guy and I really, this was my first time, I was head over heels for somebody. I was obsessed with him, whatever. And, we were talking, we were in that talking stage, but nobody was girlfriend, boyfriend yet. And every weekend I would hear about him because I was underage, so I wasn't able to go out. But every weekend I would hear about him kissing other girls and stuff. And it would hurt me so much, but I was so in love with him, I Like, I still wanted him, and I just wanted him to stop doing that.
Yeah.
So I, as a girl, approached him, and I looked at him straight in the eyes, and I was so nervous to do this. Oh my gosh, my hands like are sweaty, like it was awful. And I looked at him and I said, I guess I didn't say, do you want to be my boyfriend? Because obviously, like, his actions weren't seeming in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, hey, like, you know, I really like you. We've been hanging out for a while. Like, can we be exclusive?
Wow.
I said those words, and he looked at me and he said no.
What?
He was explaining some other stuff, but I think I was just so like my heart was shattered from just hearing the words no.
Uh-huh.
So I just like, yeah, that was kind of the end of it for me. But mind you, after like a few months had passed, blah 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 blah, he realized he did like me, and this time he asked me to go on a date with him.
Uh-huh.
And then things went great in our relationship. But so what I'm trying to say, I guess, is when the girl is pursuing, it just usually doesn't work. From my experience and in my opinion.
But that's from one experience.
That is from one experience, but I think in general, like what I've learned, especially as I've gotten older, because I was really young in that relationship.
Yeah.
And I thought that I had enough love to make him love me, which it's not true. I think a thing that my grandmother says, if you want to talk about good advice, she says you always have to find a guy that likes you more than you like them. And that's why the guy has to pursue you. Because if he likes you, he's always going to treat you good, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, as a guy, guys are very, as Ethan was talking about, what attraction is and stuff like that. I think as a guy, you can like a lot of people, and it's hard to, like, come to terms with just one or something like that. But as a girl, you choose to, like you're choosing who you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't agree with your grandma. But I will
If
explain.
I call her and tell her this, Ethan...
Yeah, call her up. I'm not afraid. I will say I do think your grandma's advice is solid, but I think a better way to phrase it is I think you want a guy to like you and meet a certain threshold.
Okay.
So you want him to like you enough.
Okay. What is enough?
Like
How much is enough?
at least an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
But you want his effort to shine more brightly than your effort.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that he likes you more than you like him, but his effort is more prominent
In the relationship.
and comes through more in the relationship.
So I guess, girls, that means we have to play that game of, even if we really, really, really like them, I guess you're saying we have to kind of hold ourselves back a little and let him show his efforts.
That actually, I'm not saying that at all. So I think naturally it shouldn't matter who starts a relationship, but as a relationship progresses, I think it's really helpful if the guy helps guide the relationship.
Okay.
Or sometimes like the girl will be more dominant and will speak first in a relationship, and maybe she's the one who's guiding it. But in general, I think the guy should even if you're in a relationship where the girl is more type A and the guy is more type B, I think as a guy, you can show effort no matter what. So even if you're a little more shy, more reserved, you're not really sure how to lead the relationship as well, you're putting in effort by communicating well, putting in effort by buying flowers, doing things that are more spontaneous.
Okay.
But I will say, as a guy, it's really helpful if a girl is clear about her intentions, she's clear about her feelings.
Okay.
That's why, like, with Houston, it's felt very different than when I was talking to other girls.
Okay.
Because other girls, it was so hard for me to even tell if they liked me or not. Yes, like, we went out on dates, and doing that was easy. And we'll teach you how to do that. But even when we were on dates, I couldn't tell like where they were standing, right? Like a lot of these girls are just going on dates to go on dates, to have a free meal, to get to meet someone new.
Ethan, I want to backtrack a little.
Okay.
So I think I do agree with you that the guy should be, doing all this stuff. But I also think, like, I'm very pro spoiling the guy. Like, I feel like if you find somebody you like, you can buy him flowers one day for no reason. Because I think guys aren't used to receiving that much love. Like, I think as a society, we we expect people to do all this nice stuff for girls, but the same expectation is definitely not there for, doing nice stuff for guys. Like, Valentine's Day just passed, and there was this huge expectation that the way you ask the girl, and like there has to be rose petals and this, and then there has to be the actual like Valentine's Day itself, and you have to do a million things that day too. And it's like the roles are not equal, I guess. But I still think in terms of, I don't know, maybe this goes beyond who makes the first move, but I think the guy should be responsible for picking the direction of the relationship.
Yeah.
But the girl is allowed to set the pace. Like, she doesn't have to move as fast or as slow as like you want. Because I have been, like I said, in my past relationship, and I was very much that type A person. So I was dictating a lot of what was going on. And because I was in charge, I guess, I wanted certain things. And he just, as a guy, like as an individual, he wasn't ready for certain things.
Yeah. Can you...
So it backfires a lot, I think, because guys take longer to get mature. I don't know what it is. But
that is true.
Yeah, like guys will mature a little bit later, so it's good to let them decide what they want to do, and you just get to decide, like, are you okay with going in this direction and at what pace you want to go.
And that is tough because I think a lot of times it's hard for the guy to define the direction. That's like, even though we're saying that in general there's an expectation for the guy to make the first move, that doesn't mean that it's easy, and there's a lot that goes into that.
No, totally.
And so we recognize that. And how do you think a guy should define the direction?
The direction? I think it depends on, like I said, a lot on his maturity. So the issue I had in my past relationship, it was my first relationship, and I thought it was going to end in marriage. I'm laughing about it now, but trust me, at the moment, it really hurt. But what I think it took me forever to realize is, like, a guy will literally not physically do stuff until he's ready. But a girl, I don't know if it's just our personalities, maybe because I'm very type A, like, a girl will step up. Whatever the next direction is, like, she will step into that role. So, like, I was ready to be, like, when he first asked me out, I was very scared to be somebody's girlfriend. I'd never been someone's girlfriend before. But because he asked, and I was like, you know what? I think I could try. So I was trying to fit into that role. And then we became more and more and more serious, and I was fitting into that role. I was talking to the family. I was doing whatever. But I think if he didn't want me to do that stuff, if I had said, hey, like, da-da, like, maybe we should FaceTime your mom, like, that would not go down well. Because a guy can only, I feel like guys are limited in their abilities, maybe, I don't know. But they can only do stuff when they're ready. Like, especially about this marriage thing, like, I've heard about I think it's like the yellow cab theory or something like that it's called, where a guy rarely ever ends up marrying the girl that he actually, like, that he loved the most.
What?
Yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, but basically the theory says that, like, guys will date and come across lots of women in their lives, but they'll only get married when one day they wake up in the morning, they decide, you know what, now I'm ready for marriage. And when they're ready, they're going to pick the first person that's in front of them. Not the first, but, maybe they'll date around, but it's not going to be like they're the one.
Yeah.
Because maybe they've already messed up and she's gone. Because they weren't ready to be married then.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's important for a guy to control the direction. So that it can happen on your terms. And then, because like I said, girls are very, like, in general, just very adjusting and very, like, considerate. And I don't know, we can just fit into different roles.
Yeah. I will say, though, as a guy, like, sometimes I have fantasies about a girl making the first move. I feel like if that ever happened, like, if I was ever asked out, it would feel really good and gratifying. And I feel like, yes, even though it started that way, that doesn't mean that the relationship is going to be directed by her.
True. But I think, in general, girls tend to be a little bit more critical of themselves and a little bit more insecure than guys are. I'm not sure if this is, like, a true statement, so you can, I guess, let me know. But I think so, if a girl knows that she had to pursue you first, she's always going to have that like, I think one thing I love to do in any relationship that I've ever been in is I love to ask the other person, like, oh, what made you like me to begin with?
Yeah.
It's my favorite question. Not because it's, like, gassing me up and giving me, like, a boost of confidence. No, it's just because, like, it's just so sweet to feel that this other person wanted you. Like, you were just out there existing, doing your homework, and this other person thought that they liked you enough. And I feel like as a girl, like, you need that constant, you know, you use that as a reminder to keep being like, oh, no, he did want me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So in a relationship, oftentimes where the girl's pursuing the guy, she'll doubt herself a lot more. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that leads to insecurity, and insecurity has no place in a healthy relationship.
Yeah. I will say guys feel the exact same way.
Really?
Yeah. And I think we don't think like that because media tells us a different story.
Okay.
But, like, as a guy, if I was ever preparing to ask a girl out, mm-hmm. and I wasn't sure where she stood, mm-hmm. I would be nervous as hell. And I wouldn't, like, it would also lead to a feeling of insecurity.
Okay.
I think on both sides, there's just that feeling of stepping into the unknown.
Okay.
And a lot of times it's hard to tell if the other person is even open to you. And so I get how if a guy has pursued you first, mm-hmm. you could reflect on that question, what made you like me?
Yeah.
But honestly, that can go both ways. Mm-hmm. Even if, let's say the guy pursued you.
Yeah.
And let's say he asked you what made you like me. Mm-hmm. Maybe you liking him happened later.
Right.
You still said yes mm-hmm. if you went out with him for a reason.
True.
And maybe those feelings develop later, but you're still giving him gratification. You're still mm-hmm. showing him your appreciation. Right. You just weren't the first one.
Okay.
So I still don't think that. I think if you like someone, it shouldn't matter if you're the guy or the girl.
Okay.
You have the ability, and I don't think you're losing anything if you make the first move.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I remembered the name of the Taylor Swift song. So
Okay. Wait, why don't you say it, and then they can see if they got it right.
Yeah, if they guessed right. So it's Mastermind. And I really do think, like, I'm a big Taylor Swift stan. Like, I think she got it right. So the song basically talks about the girls, like I keep saying, the girls will set up the stage because girls are so smart. I think if you wanted a girl to ask you out, Ethan, I don't know if you would know what you want to do to make her ask you out. Like, do you know how you would act? Do you know what you would wear? Girls are so... I think we're the superior race or gender, sorry.
Yeah. Or ethnicity.
No, just genders. We're keeping it to genders. And we know exactly the things that we need to do to put ourselves in front of you to, like you said, you need to know if you can ask this girl out and if she's going to say yes. You're not just going to go ask someone random, right? You need to feel that comfort and that confidence that she's going to say yes. Mm-hmm. A girl, if she wants you to ask her out, she will set the stage for you to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's easier if you just follow her signs because she is giving you them. I think guys are just not that smart to drop those hints so that a girl can go ask.
You know, that is true.
Like, guys are just more simple. Let's not say anyone's smarter or more superior. Guys are just simpler.
Yeah, but sometimes simple means dumb. Okay, I get what you mean. Guys don't think too deeply about this stuff. But I will say, I was asked out to prom. And
really?
Yeah. What? Why is that such a big surprise to you?
Prom. Like you said, like, society has made certain norms. You were asked out to prom.
Yeah.
Impressive, Ethan.
It still follows along what you're saying because before she asked me, she really wanted me to ask her. Okay. And so she put a whole plan into motion to get me to ask her.
Mastermind.
So people would start coming up to me and say, Ethan wants you to ask her to prom. Yeah. And like there would be people that I haven't spoken to in a long time, like friends from middle school who would come up to me and tell me that. Yeah. Like, what the heck? And to be honest, that became a little tricky because I didn't know what her expectations were. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to prom, there's like, it's a little loaded. Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, act on her hints.
Yeah.
I could read the hints, but I didn't act on it. And so at the end of the day, she still had to take that step and ask me out. But and it still worked out.
No, that's totally fair. I was just going to say, I think also if the girl's laying down all these hints and she's seeing that maybe you're not picking them up and reacting the way she wants, but you're not, because sometimes she'll drop those hints, and if the guy's not interested, he'll like with his actions, because it's like a subtle way that she tries, so he'll reject in a subtle way. It doesn't have to be such a big hit, like asking somebody and them saying no. But I think because you didn't say no, she still felt comfortable, and she was like, okay, well, this is something I want, so she can ask.
I don't think it was because I didn't say no. It was just she couldn't pass on me.
I'm dead. I hope you're watching this.
She's married now. So that's why I can bring up her name, and it's all like in good fun. But
So I guess it doesn't matter who makes the first move. But in general, I think that just, society has been set up that way because it is something that works when the guy does make the move first.
Yeah. One last thing that I want to say is that if you're a girl and you prefer that the guy make the first move, I think that's okay. I do think we want to help you feel empowered to make the first move if that's something you're uncomfortable with, because it's something that the guy will also appreciate. A lot of guys out there are also insecure and they don't know exactly how to make the first move. We will teach you how to do that, but I think if you're still uncomfortable with it, I really encourage you to drop those hints.
100%.
Because if you're a little wishy-washy, the guy's not gonna pick up so easily. There's
simple creatures.
Yeah, but it can be simple things like messaging them, taking the initiative to get to know them outside of how you know them.
And I think, just like casually hanging out or like suggesting plans of just you two. Like there's so many ways you can go about it without being the one to, pop the question, I guess. Yeah.
So
I think if you like somebody, make the move. Yeah? Ask.
Yeah. Even if it's move 0 and it's not move 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't let that opportunity pass, I guess is the big thing we're hinting on.
Yeah.
Like if you really like them and they're not asking you out, ask them out.
Yeah.
Like if they say no, it's good riddance, honestly.
Unless they're like an email cheater or they're emotionally unavailable, because you probably want to just avoid those red flags. All right. So we're going to just jump into our end segment, and we're going to do a toxicology report. We're going to do one situation today.
Okay. And
we're going to rate how toxic people are being when they do this.
Okay.
And so the situation is you started dating someone, you're exclusive, and they tell you to block.
Like with labels, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, with labels. And actually maybe the toxicity, let's just say with labels.
All right.
They start telling you to block certain people on social media, on Instagram, whatever.
Like going through your following, yada yada. Okay.
Yeah. And so they're like, I don't want you to follow this girl or like that guy. How toxic are you going to rate that?
I think we're sitting at a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
This is very, very, very toxic behavior. Whoa. Remember how I said in this episode, insecurities, there's not really a place for them in a healthy relationship?
Yeah.
I think this definitely stems from insecurity.
Uh-huh.
And there's, it has so many red flags, like you don't trust your partner, you're feeling insecure, like there's just so many different things you can dig into in this. What do you think? What are you rating it?
I'm going to give it an 8.25.
Wow. You've been really into his decimals.
Sania needs me for the math part, but the 1.75 leeway that I'm giving them is because sometimes you need to do no contact with certain people. So if they're still following an ex, if they're still talking to an ex, I think it's totally valid to say, hey, I don't want you to talk to that person anymore, to be fair to the relationship. And so I think in certain situations, it's valid and it will help establish healthy boundaries. But I do agree, for the most part, it's almost always out of an insecurity, and it's going to be toxic. You're not setting up the relationship in a healthy way.
I like that you brought up that it kind of depends on who you're being asked to block. I didn't think that deeply. I think you shouldn't have to ask somebody to cut off contact with certain people. I think you should feel, I mean, I'm all for communicating and things like that. Like, I had to ask my first ex, I had to ask him, you know, to remove his first girlfriend ever off of his social medias, because, you know, they still had pictures up and it was just making me feel insecure. But I realized that had everything to do with me and nothing to do with him. And that if he felt like he wanted, like, so now he's dating a new girl and our pictures are taken down. So clearly he learned that that is something you shouldn't do, you know, but I think that should come from within, because if you're having to tell somebody what to do, that's not like a fun relationship. You're not their mom. Yeah. You know, I don't want to sit there. And I just want to say, Ethan, I know this. We're gonna call him the old man.
The old man.
I know this.
I love these nicknames.
He's like, and I don't even know. And he still dates around. And I became friends with this old man for a brief period of my life. And he started dating this girl after we stopped talking. And because like I noticed one day that he blocked me, and I thought, like, you know, like, because we were just friends of friends, like he was somebody's and that's how I knew him. But whatever, turns out I found out later on that he was talking to this girl, and at his age, so like, you know, the girl's old, like everyone's, you know, mature, frontal lobes are developed. She went through his list and blocked every single girl that he's ever talked to, every single, just in general, like, you know, Instagram models, and every single, like, just in general, females in his life. And he was an idiot because he did it. Because they ended up breaking up. That's just not a healthy situation to be in.
You think he should have just stood his ground?
I think he should have told her, I will do it when I'm comfortable. I appreciate you sharing that you don't like me doing this. I need to think about it on my own, and I will do it if I think I want to do it. But it shouldn't be like you're making somebody do. It's like we were talking about serial dater earlier. When he was just my friend, he used to have some pretty, not toxic habits, but like I would see him I follow a bunch of like Instagram models, like ones that I've seen in like dating shows, whatever. And I would always see him in their likes, like bikini pictures, like like whatever it is. Which honestly to me, like, I don't really care. Yeah. But I realized when he was starting to pursue me a little bit more seriously, I went and I checked a specific influencer's following, and he stopped following her. I didn't even have to say anything to him. So I think, like, you should let the other person, you should give them the space to mature. You should share that you're feeling upset if something's upsetting you, but you cannot tell somebody to do something. Yeah,
definitely. And I think if you're having trouble getting over that, like if you're feeling insecure about how the other person is acting or who they're following or whose pictures they're liking, it's good to communicate that.
Yeah.
But
I think communication, very in a solution-focused way, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is hurting my feelings. Like, can you help me think of what we can do so that I don't feel, you know, insecure about you seeing your ex's pictures on social, like, you know, anything.
And just focus on yourself. Like, use a lot of me and I's and
just to express yourself.
Yeah, and let them know how you feel. This is going to help you not only when you're feeling insecure in the situation, but just help you communicate
in
better.
General. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite discussion that we had, because I was really bad at communicating these kinds of feelings, because they're a little hard to bring up. But I think I really like how you put it, Ethan, to say it focused with I's and we statements. Like, this is how I'm feeling. This is how, you know.
Yeah, and how can we do something about it?
Yeah. Instead of, I really like it.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to call it there. Thanks for joining. I will say this was not a good prize. This apple carrot tastes disgusting.
All right, thanks, Ethan.
But we'll catch you in the next one.